Hello and welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot. To my latest reading, which is a yes or no reading. So we've got 6 different stones to choose from. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it's a quick or no, yes or no reading. And I might add that this is just a guide for you. You know better than any pick a card reading. So rely on your intuitional knowing above anything you get in this reading. But this is a yes or no reading. So let's just see what we get, pal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let us begin. All right, pile number 1. So let's see, yes or no. So we've got spirit, yes or no. I've got be patient. Interesting. For pile number 1, for yes or no, I hear be patient. I'm hearing, interesting, yeah, be patient. Be patient. It may break through at the last minute, but I'm hearing for some, you may be being too patient, and okay, you have to know for this one is, okay, is there movement under the surface? Do you, when you use your intuition for this particular situation, whatever it is, do you feel that there's it may be a difficult situation, but is there something positive or something moving underneath the surface? If there is something positive moving underneath the surface, then wait. I'm hearing if you feel that the patient, and be patient, and you can maybe a little bit ease it in the right direction, but sometimes just waiting it out is the best way. But I'm hearing there's another, if it's stagnant, if you feel the water behind the situation, the sort of the murky depths of the situation, it feels stagnant, then you're being too patient. If you feel the spirit of the water is sort of like you don't feel that internal, like, like when you're in the ocean may be like look sort of calm, but you can feel that undercurrent of something waiting to burst through. If you feel that energy, there's something waiting to burst through, then be patient and it will burst through. But if you feel that the water is so what's the word, stagnant, like a quarry or a query, like basically, then you might be being too patient. If it's like a pond that's been sitting and so stagnant for like 1,000 years, if you get that stagnant energy, that sort of stagnant, not bubbling forth under the surface energy, then you're too patient and you need to stop being patient. And your intuition, feel into the energy, and your intuition will know which one it is. Pile number 2, yes or no. Engage higher reason. I'm hearing that there is sort of absurdity that's going into this situation. Sometimes it's masquerading as spiritualism. There is some sort of absurdity, like, I'm hearing absurdity. That's the word I'm hearing. And engage higher reason. And it's sort of like the situation has become so absurd that sometimes it might be good to say goodbye to it, but sometimes the engaging of the higher reasoning on your part or another, or maybe both, could make it into a better situation, could make it into a yes. But in some cases, it's reached the absurd, the level of absurd so much that I keep on hearing this weird saying. I'm like, absurd is a turd. Absurd is a turd. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but that's what I'm hearing. Absurd as a turd. And it's funny because this is a beautiful rock right here. This is such a gorgeous rock. So I don't know what I'm hearing. Absurd is a turd. Like, for somebody, it could be spiritually masquerading, or the situation could be spiritually masquerading as something beyond what it actually is. There could be some deception. And then is that childishness? I think it might be some sort of absurdity. When a child is like, they won't get their own way, and then they start having the most absurd reasoning. Some sort of situation, aspect of the situation has gotten absurd like a turd, and a turd you flush away. I don't know. Is that a poem? I don't know. But if people can be sensible in this situation, then it might be able to go into the situation better. But there's so much emotions to do with this. It's like somebody might be being very petulant, very difficult, very just absurd. And I keep on saying absurd is a turd. I don't know. That's what I keep on hearing. Absurd is a turd. All right, now let's see pile number 3, a purple stone. Let's see. Keep your commitments. So I'm hearing that this situation is asking you to be your best self. This situation is asking you, and then we look at this beautiful purple stone. Beautiful purple stone. It's not actually my stone. I'm at someone else's house and I'm boring their stones. But keep your commitment. This is asking you or someone else to be the best version of themselves that they can be. And keep your commitments. So that's what I'm hearing. It's asking you to be the best version that you can be, to up level spiritually, to become more noble. And I'm hearing what the other person does is not your fault. Because what the other person does is not your fault. And I'm hearing, if this is just for example, it's not necessarily this, but just say in your workplace, just say it's a workplace situation or a relationship or whatever it is. It's basically, if you're the highest aspect of yourself, whether the situation or a yes or no won't matter, either this will be a yes, or it's calling you to be the highest aspect of yourself, and when you are, it will just unfold into a better situation. It will unfold naturally into a better situation. Even if the situation is a no, being your highest aspect of yourself will make you into a better situation. I'm hearing this or something better manifests. This or something better manifests now. This or better, something better manifests now. And let's see, pile number 3. Let's see, yes or no. What a beautiful pink stone. These aren't my stones, so I'm kind of marveling at them. They're kind of pretty. But reflect on your truth. I'm hearing this is giving you a real chance to figure out what it is that you truly want. And I'm hearing it's more of a 65% no, 30% yes, perhaps 5% something in between. But it's basically reflect on your truth. You're being asked to clarify what it is that you want. And I'm hearing that it gives me the nature of the sense of somebody who going into the jungle and figuring out what it is that they truly want, clarifying what they truly want, clarifying what they truly want. And I'm hearing when you reflect, I'm hearing it's an interesting thing. When you reflect on your truth and clarify your energy and know what it is you truly want, this situation may seem oddly different. This situation may seem oddly different. And if you look at this pink stone, it's like the striations may not be there anymore. The striations, I see some striations there. They may or may not be there anymore. And this is like, it feels like a spiritual side of almost changing your perceptions and everything changing due to that. Everything changing due to that. Clarifying your perceptions. I'm making the Bible verse, or not that I'm religious or anything, but we're changing your perceptions and everything will change. Change your perceptions and everything else will change. For pile number 4. Pile number 5, yes or no. Oh, what a beautiful stone. This is gorgeous. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to check if the camera is still running. I always do that periodically to make sure I'm not like, talking into the wind and not capturing it. Okay. Pile number 4. From 5 I meant. 4, 5. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Beautiful stone. Let's see. What card are we going to get for this one? All things in moderation. Interesting. And this feels very luxurious, this stone. So, is there an imbalance with this particular situation? I feel like there's some sort of an imbalance. So, could it be that the situation is too imbalanced to correct? Maybe. I'm hearing somebody could be being very selfish in this situation. It could be like, okay, I like, it's sort of like gives me a sense of like a boss that doesn't want to give you a raise or something, even though you deserved it. That's what pops to mind. All things in moderation, because they're selfish and they don't want to give you a raise. So I'm hearing that this situation could create 3 forks in the road where you decide where you are going to go. So I'm hearing two, but okay, like I'm hearing this situation, not necessarily a boss, but this situation could be malleable too. I'm hearing that this particular situation could be malleable to human nature, or human, like, what's the word, malleability, or human, like, because I feel like there's somebody selfish in this situation, and it's sort of like by changing this person's perception or doing something a little bit different, it feels like I see this greedy man or something. That's what the energy I felt, was like a greedy man. And I'm sorry, this stone, it has to, I'm not saying that this stone is bad or anything, but it's sort of like a greedy person, a greedy situation, and it's a fork in the road. It is a decision time, but it's also, or it could be a decision time, but it could also be, a situation where people, where someone could learn a lesson here. Someone could learn a lesson. They could see themselves, perhaps, like, for example, it's like, I'm thinking Scrooge. I'm thinking of, like, you know, the movie Scrooge, and that he understands now. He was being a dick, right? Like, that's the whole thing. And so this could be a yes if this greedy monster or unpleasant person changes a little bit, but it could also be a situation where you could choose 3 paths, and it might be away from this person or situation, because they're not giving the energy they need to, but they may change. They may have a Scrooge enlightenment, if you will, right? Like Scrooge, he was like, he changed, and you know, and everything, and he's nice to Tiny Tim, right? So it could be, so this good person they could stay at the beginning of the Scrooge movie being the same way, or they could totally change and be different. So it kind of feels 50-50, depending on human factors, a little bit of human manipulation, a little bit of human malleability, a little bit. A part of this is a possible 3-pronged change path type thing, and part of it is, will this person not be a Scrooge or not, or will they? So that's an interesting reading. You never know what you're gonna get. Pile number 6. What do we got for 6? Nurture yourself first. So yes or no in this situation. Nurture yourself first. And this feels like a very nurturing stone. Feel the energy. A really nurturing stone. So nurture yourself first. It's sort of like, I'm hearing, you may feel that you really want this thing, but I'm hearing, do you really want it? Does your heart want it? And I'm hearing, interesting, I'm hearing like, despite that, I'm hearing like 80% yes, but a dead end. It's like a yes, but a dead end. That's interesting. Nurturing yourself first. The most important thing in this situation, it almost feels like you're lured into a yes that could be not as positive as possible. So the important thing is to watch out for tricky waters, and to be really not what's the word, guileless is, do not be beguiled. Is that the word, guileless? I don't know, but not be beguiled by false yeses that may not have everything that you want. Do not be beguiled by this, and know that you're worth having the best. Do not be beguiled. Like, I almost think of, like, I don't know why, but I get this image of, what's it called, the wolf, that fairy tale, the wolf Little Red Riding Hood going into the forest and then being beguiled. So I'm hearing in some cases this is a very positive yes, but in some cases there's an element of quicksand or beguilement that would take me pause to, even though it's a yes, do you want to step fully into this yes without any caution? I think I'm suggesting that in a lot of cases, not all, but in some cases with this yes, you want to move forward with caution. Interesting. So that's a good reading and interesting reading. It's like they're all interesting. Sometimes you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what reading is going to happen next. And that was an interesting reading. So thank you for watching. Bye-bye.